Let's begin with a raw spiritual truth society won't tell you, those soulmate connections you crave. They're designed to shatter you. This isn't some peaceful escape from life's chaos, it is the chaos. A violent storm of transformation that tears you from comfort, obliterates your defenses, and forces your soul's rebirth. It demands reckless courage, terrifying vulnerability, and staring into your deepest fears. Yet this agonizing journey holds divine rewards. Not fleeting happiness, but total metamorphosis of your being. Today, guided by Carl Jung's revolutionary wisdom, I'll show you exactly how to harness this sacred tempest, transforming pain into power and unlocking your soul's extraordinary potential. Before we dive deeper into Jung's life-changing teachings, do me this quick favor. If you're among the many watching without subscribing, hit that button now. Every video we release gives you practical tools to master these spiritual battles. Don't miss this transformation. Drop a like if this resonates, and crucially, comment where you're watching from. I'm tracking how far Jung's revelations travel. From Tokyo to Buenos Aires, show me your city. Now let's awaken your soul. Tired of fairy tale endings? Exhausted by pop culture's endless chase for perfection? Soulmate bonds go far beyond butterflies and fireworks. They're about growth, healing, and ultimately becoming your highest selves together. Passion is just the gateway, the first call to adventure. The true journey begins when the music fades and you stand together in silence, facing the real task, the alchemy of the soul. Let's dive deep into the transformative power of soulmate connections, beyond cliches, to discover what it truly means to love at the soul level. I used to believe soulmates meant intense passion and love at first sight. I bought into the myth of completion, that somewhere, someone existed to fill my missing piece. But after walking my own soulmate path, I realized the real magic lies not in a perfect meeting, but in the imperfect beauty of shared challenges and transformations. I learned passion was the fuel, not the destination. The true journey? Staring into the mirror my partner held up to me and having the courage not to look away. Join me as I share not just a personal story, but the universal truth it reveals about soulmate bonds. Our society is intoxicated with a romanticized vision of soulmates. Movies, books, and songs paint pictures of instant, flawless connections where two people meet, recognize each other, and live effortlessly ever after. This love at first sight narrative, leading to perpetual bliss, may be the greatest obstacle to experiencing true, lasting love. It sets impossible expectations, making us discard genuine bonds at the first sign of struggle, believing if it's meant to be, it'll be easy. This mindset robs us of the depth forged only through perseverance and conscious work. The myth of eternal happiness is equally dangerous. Happiness in any relationship is fleeting, not a permanent state. Believing a soulmate will make you endlessly happy places an impossible burden on them and absolves you of responsibility for your own emotional well-being. A soulmate connection doesn't erase pain, sadness, or anger from the human experience. Instead, it creates a safe space to feel and process these emotions without judgment. The goal isn't constant happiness, it's constant authenticity and an unshakable commitment to face life's joys and sorrows as one. Here's the core truth. Even the deepest soulmate bonds require effort, communication, and growth. Soul recognition is just the beginning, the real work. Building a bridge between two individual souls, each with unique histories, wounds, and fears. Love, as psychologist Erich Fromm argued, isn't just a feeling, it's an art, a practice demanding discipline, focus, patience, and faith. The soul connection provides inspiration, but we must master the art of loving daily, through listening, commitment, and choosing to show up, especially when it's hard. Prepare for reality. A soulmate bond is often an emotional roller coaster. The highs are ecstatic, lifting you to peaks of joy, intimacy, and connection beyond imagination. In these moments, the world vibrates with meaning, and you feel profoundly seen. But the lows, equally intense, plunging you into valleys of insecurity, fear, and conflict. Why this polarity? Because the stakes are monumental. When you open your soul to another, your deepest vulnerabilities are exposed. Fear of loss sharpens. The potential for pain heightens. This intensity isn't a flaw, it's proof of your investment and the connection's significance. We must radically reframe conflict. In shallow relationships, disagreement signals impending doom. In a soulmate bond, conflict is an invitation to deeper understanding. Every argument, every misunderstanding is growth in disguise, a chance to surface unconscious assumptions, unspoken needs, and past wounds. When your soulmate triggers you, they're pointing, often unknowingly, to a part of you needing healing. The question isn't if you'll disagree, but how you'll navigate it. Will you turn on each other in blame, or turn toward the problem as allies, seeking its root? Recall a moment you felt deeply misunderstood by your partner. Your instinct? To defend, to prove yourself right. But the soulmate path asks you to pause and wonder, what is this teaching me about myself? What unmet need lies here? What fear is being triggered? When both partners approach conflict with curiosity, not certainty, arguments transform from battlefields into laboratories for discovery. Overcoming these challenges builds a unique resilience. You create a shared history of triumph, proving again and again that your bond outlasts momentary trials. This fire-forged trust is infinitely stronger than the fragile peace of conflict avoidance. Carl Jung gave us a crucial concept for understanding deep relationships: the shadow self. The shadow is our unconscious basement where we hide every part of ourselves we deem unacceptable. Anger, envy, selfishness, insecurity. These aren't bad parts. They're unlived, unacknowledged fragments of who we are. And a soulmate's primary role? To be the clearest, most relentless mirror for our shadow. Not intentionally, simply by being who they are. This is why the person you love most can also frustrate you most. As Jung brilliantly said, everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves. That trait in your partner driving you mad? Often a direct reflection of a quality you've repressed. Does his laziness irk you? It may mirror your own fear of rest, your inability to pause your relentless drive. Does her neediness suffocate you? It may reflect your fear of intimacy, your reluctance to be vulnerable. The mirror doesn't lie. It forces us to face what we'd rather ignore. This mirroring is initially uncomfortable, even painful. Our first reaction, to blame the mirror. "You're making me feel this way," we cry. But real growth begins when we realize the other person is just the trigger, the emotion lives within us. A soulmate offers a golden opportunity to identify these limiting patterns. Through your interactions, you might notice a pattern of self-sabotage when things get too good, rooted in a subconscious belief that you're unworthy of love. Recognizing the pattern is the first, crucial step toward healing it. Painful, yes. Liberating, absolutely. This shadow work lets us reclaim our projections, own all parts of ourselves, and finally become whole. There comes a point in the soulmate journey where perspective shifts dramatically. The focus moves from romantic happiness to the connection's impact on your personal and spiritual evolution. You realize this relationship isn't the destination. It's the sacred vehicle for a far greater journey. The purpose isn't just comfort, but using your bond as a launchpad to become who you're meant to be. Love becomes less about what you can get and more about who you can become because of it. One of its most beautiful aspects, how soulmates help us fulfill our life's purpose. A soulmate often sees our potential with clarity we lack. They see the mighty oak within the acorn. They might be the only one who believes in your wild dream to start a business, write a book, or move across the world. Their unwavering support becomes the catalyst for your courage. The relationship transforms into an incubator for dreams, a safe space to risk, grow, and chase your deepest callings, knowing someone believes in you unconditionally. Sometimes this evolves into shared purpose, not just supporting each other's dreams, but discovering a mission you're meant to fulfill together. This could be raising a conscious family, building a non-profit, or collaborating creatively, or something more ethereal, a shared calling to bring compassion, awareness, or healing to your corner of the world. When two souls align in a purpose greater than themselves, the relationship transcends the personal. It becomes a force for good, rooted in meaning that sustains you through any challenge, because it's bigger than ego or individual need. Understanding a soulmate bond's transformative nature is one thing. Actively cultivating it, that's another. It demands intentional living. The foundation? Open communication and radical vulnerability. Choosing to share your fears, insecurities, and ugliest truths, even when it terrifies you. Listening to your partner's truth without defensiveness, even when it hurts. Conscious communication isn't about being right. It's about deepening understanding. It's the daily practice of building and rebuilding the bridge between your inner worlds. A crucial component? Commitment to individual growth. A healthy relationship isn't two broken people leaning on each other. It's two whole individuals choosing to walk side by side. You must take responsibility for your own healing and evolution. You can't expect your partner to fill your voids or heal childhood wounds. Do your own work through therapy, meditation, self-reflection, or whatever resonates. The more whole you become, the more you bring to the relationship. Paradoxically, the best thing you can do for your bond is often the work you do on yourself. Finally, a lasting connection requires conscious alignment of goals, values, and visions. As you both evolve, have ongoing conversations. What future do you desire? Do you share a vision for how to live? Are your core values, family, career, spirituality, community, in harmony? Alignment doesn't mean being identical. It means deep respect for each other's individual journeys and weaving those journeys into a shared tapestry. Love ceases to be passive. It becomes active, intentional co-creation, the most beautiful art form of all. The soulmate journey is one of life's most profound experiences. It carries us from the overwhelming passion of meeting to the painful, beautiful transformation of the soul. It teaches us that challenges aren't detours. They are the path itself. True love isn't about finding perfection in another, but having the courage to discover wholeness within ourselves mirrored in the eyes of the one we love. Embrace this sacred journey with every fiber of your being. Honor those breathtaking highs and soul-stretching lows. Cherish that unflinching mirror your partner provides, especially when the reflection reveals the raw, unvarnished truth you needed to see. Remember, this isn't about chasing a fairy tale ending frozen in time. This is about stepping into your vibrant, continual evolution, awakening daily, growing relentlessly, becoming the fullest expression of who your soul destined you to be, both individually and together. True soulmate love is your divine invitation to rise. You've now been armed with Carl Jung's profound keys, the shadow work, the transformative mirrors, to turn relationship struggles into spiritual breakthroughs. This is just the beginning. If this journey from passion to profound transformation ignited something within you, solidify this awakening. Smash that like button right now. It tells the algorithm this soul work matters. Subscribe immediately, especially if you're among the many absorbing this wisdom without joining our tribe. Don't risk missing our next deep dive, where we decode Jung's most potent archetypes for relationship alchemy. comment below with the single greatest transformation a relationship has forced you to make. Your story is a beacon for fellow travelers on this path. Thank you for courageously showing up for your evolution. Your journey continues, and we walk it together.